What is going on, Facebook land? Today I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind for the last couple of months, actually, and it is the driving factor to the big changes that I've made in my life, the direction I've chosen to take, and the fact that I decided to break free of the average life and just move towards my dreams at full force. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about is sacrifice. What should we be sacrificing, or how much should we be sacrificing to get to where we want to go? And I had my mentor say this to me not long ago, that if you are okay with having an average life, then you really don't have to sacrifice that much. If you're okay with just, making under $50,000 a year, you have to sacrifice some stuff. You still have to go to work and make some money, but, you really actually don't have to sacrifice that much. You can go out on the weekends, you can have a lot of fun with your family and your friends, you can walk your dog, you can go see a movie, whatever. If you want to achieve more than that, if you want to be, close to maybe say 150,000 a year, 200,000 a year, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot more. Like a lot more. You're going to have to learn a lot more. You're going to have to work a lot harder. You're going to have to spend more weekends at home, not going out with friends. You're going to have to really dig deep and sacrifice more. And then if you want to get like really high up there, like really, really high at the top, speaking of like millionaire range, you're going to have to sacrifice pretty much everything outside of making that happen. That needs to be your main priority in life, and then everything else kind of doesn't exist anymore. So personally, I'm just trying to move myself right now from average into more of that higher middle class, right? So I know that I need to start giving up a lot of things, and I have. And this is also an apology to a lot of my friends that I haven't been able to hang out with recently, but I'm sorry guys, I just don't have the time, because I am sacrificing any type of wasting time. Like I can't waste time anymore. If I want to get to where I want to go, and if you want to get to where you want to go, because I know I have a big audience of people that want success in their lives, then you have to give stuff up. You have to spend nights where you're just learning. You have to spend time where you're just listening to audios. You have to spend money on mentorship. You have to give up, for example, like I gave up music this year. Like I totally gave up music. Like I listen to music, dance around in my room as my happy ritual. And sometimes I listen to music at work because, you can't really make your yoga students listen to self-development books, right? So when I'm doing stuff like that, obviously I need to listen to music. But when I'm on my own, like music does not exist. If I'm in my car, I'm listening to audiobooks. If I am at home working on something where I can listen to something in the background, it's never going to be music. It's going to be an audiobook. I sacrifice time every single day for my rituals. I sacrifice time every single day to actually read a book, a real book, not an audiobook, not a Kindle book, but a real book with pages where I can highlight and take notes and write things and get ideas. But you have to sacrifice time, you have to sacrifice friends, you have to sacrifice even ways of living. Like when I first got started into this big change and into creating content for people and into going out there and helping people succeed online, I had to first take a long time to just educate myself on everything. I know that I already have a business background. I've done network marketing companies. I went to school for business, so there's a little bit of that there. But when you're learning something like marketing online, growing online, you have to spend time to really learn about that. Like I just went into hermit mode for like a month with no friends, no outside contact. I kind of gave up on my fitness there for a month. Like I didn't go to the gym. Today was my first day going to the gym in like 2 months. And yeah, I couldn't go last week because my back was injured, but I didn't go before that because I've been sacrificing that time that I usually go to the gym and do something to feel good about myself. I sacrificed that time to learn something really, really well so that I can use it for myself and use it for others and present it to other people. But we have to make sacrifices, guys. If you want to start growing, if you want to start building a bigger income for yourself, you're going to have to sacrifice. And a part of that sacrifice is friendships that don't serve you. People that are not going to be in agreement with what you're doing, with what you're selling, with the direction that you've chosen to go, with the fact that you can't spend time with them anymore because you have to do trainings at home, because you have to go out meeting people, because you have to go out to a certain meeting or business event or whatever it may be. You have to sacrifice. It's the only way to move forward. If you want to keep going with your life of hanging out every weekend with your friends and going out to the bar and I don't know, wasting time just watching movies, hanging out and gossiping, because that's really all it is. I mean, especially with my generation, and I know that when people are bored, they just call you and they're like, hey, you want to hang out? What are you doing tonight? And how many times do you feel that like kind of emptiness inside you where you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, why don't I go hang out? And then all you guys do is waste time for hours and hours on end, right? That I had to stop that in my life to be able to start moving forward. And it's funny how much hate I get out of it now from people that, you know, think I'm this horrible, evil, cruel bitch because I'm not hanging out randomly doing nothing. But you know what? I'm sorry. Every time I hang out with someone, it's got to be productive. Once in a while, sure, go to a comedy club, go to the bar, have some good food, have a drink, but it's got to be once in a while. If it's every weekend, if it's all the time, it's pointless. You're not going to get anywhere in life. You have to sacrifice pleasure for long-term gain. You have to sacrifice everything that you hold dear to move into the space where you're going to actually make your dreams come true. Everything about who you are right now needs to go bye-bye in order for you to be able to move into the next chapter of your life. And you know what? It feels incredibly uncomfortable at first. At first, it's going to feel weird. I dealt with a lot of like anxiety when I was moving forward and when I was starting this journey of just working all the time and really just investing into my future and letting go of people and situations that did not serve me. At first, it was really scary. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have no friends. Who am I going to hang out with? Who am I going to share my life with? What's going to happen? And now I am so grateful that I went through this process and that I gave up negative people and negative situations. I'm happy that I gave up going out every weekend, having to have a plan for Friday or Saturday night. God forbid you could just spend that time at home working on yourself and working on your business. Yeah, everything changed. So I'm excited to see the changes going forward in my life because I'm going to keep this going. You know, I'm literally on fire right now energetically. I have such a big drive to make really big things happen in the world. I'm so sick and tired of playing small. I just wanted to really inspire everybody that is watching or will watch this later to start moving forward by sacrificing things that are in your comfort zone now. It will completely change your life.